Hello, my name is Vishal. In this video, I'll show you how to set up ACES for Maya in Arnold. ACES is a color management workflow where you have to download a file and install it for Maya and then work with the ACES workflow, render it and comp in the ACES as well. So firstly, we have to see how to download the file. To download, I have given a link in the description which will take you to this particular place, and here it is ACES 1.2. I need to click this button and download the file which can be installed later in the Maya software. Once you have downloaded, you will get a file. It's a zip file which you need to extract it. I've extracted that file and which has come up like that, and here it is ACES 1.2 folder. I'll open that folder and you will find config OCIO, open color management IO, which is I was talking while download. So this particular file has to be installed. So how do I do that is very simple. I'll just copy this link and then open the settings and preferences in Maya, and then here go to the color management and then browse the file from the said link. config.ocio, open that and then use OCIO configuration for Maya. So it takes a while. Okay, then certain things have changed here. Rendering space is ACES CG, view transform is sRGB of the ACES. Okay, so input color space has been set and output transform is the same as the view transform. So whatever view transform has been set, that same transform has been set here for the output. Okay, so once everything has been done, just save it, and here you need to make sure that it is RGB ACES, which is how you are seeing things in Maya. So we have downloaded and installed ACES setup. Now we'll try to explore about Arnold rendering software, which comes along with the Maya license itself. So what you have got here is Arnold related menu, and if I open this here we got Arnold render view, and this will bring up me the render view window for Arnold, which is exclusively for Arnold software. I mean, there is another render view in Maya which is Maya's base render view. So where you can choose Maya software to render your scene, you can choose Maya hardware, you can also choose Arnold. But whereas Arnold's render view is exclusively a render view for rendering Arnold scene. Okay, so if you just go here to this particular settings button, you will see the view transform is sRGB of ACES. So whatever you see here will be in the sRGB space, and it is ACES sRGB space. Earlier it was a different setup when you have not installed the ACES workflow. It will generally show sRGB because we can see the correct colors in the linear color space. So even though you render linear, it will show up in the sRGB here. So in that we have lights, which is one of the important component of rendering software. So Arnold offers several lights here. It is area light, sky dome, mesh light, photometric light, light portal and physical sky. So I'm choosing this area light here, and you should able to see the light has been created. So let me first create a new camera and then come to the perspective view, and you should able to see this light. I just quick isolate and you should see the light here. Okay, I can scale this light to any size I want here, but scaling the light will always softens the light and shadow. So anytime as per your photographic terms, you have two light types. One is hard light and another one is soft light. Anytime if you're expecting a soft light, make sure that you're scaling the light bigger. So area lights can be used for all the real world lights which are of big size. It can be TV screen, it can be window, it can be a small opening in the roof, or big opening in the roof, or anything which is of bigger size. So I've created this light, and I'll open the Arnold render view and then click the render. Now you should see the scene is completely dark. So I'll just go to the attribute editor, and then we have intensity. I'll put a value of 10 to see if I get any light. I'm putting a value of 1000. I'm putting a value of 5000. Then you should able to see some sort of light illuminating in this particular room. Okay, the light is more of big size, and it's giving me soft lighting. So intensity is the amount of light which the light source emits. So we have this color attribute here. So for the color, we have a color swatch where you can pick a color of any of your choice there. So first let me put the exposure value of maybe 10, and then or 50, it's too much, 20, 15, yeah, 15 should be okay. So I put an exposure value of 15, and then we'll try to understand the color first. As I said, color is just a solid color which you can pick. I can just choose any color I want, and I get that color rendering in the scene. So the color of the light is what you are setting here, and we have the slider which controls the value of the color, which can actually serve as a intensity of the light by itself, because color is multiplied by the intensity in the in giving this output. So if I reduce this makes the scene darker, or if I increase that, I get the brighter intensity there. Apart from that, you can also use a texture, connect them, and then you get the texture as a projection there. You can also change the color by use color temperature option. Just set that on, and you have the temperature value which is in the kelvins. If I put a value of 1000 kelvins, I get some reddish tint, and if I put a value of 10,000, I get a bluish tint there, and that value controls the color of the light. Okay, so if you can search in internet about the color temperature chart, you will see the scale and the values of the colors on that scale. So 1000 being the reddish color, 10,000 being the bluish color, and 6500 being the white light, what you get from your artificial light sources or electrical light sources. Most of the lights may emit 6500 temperature color. So if you are trying to render any artificial light sources, this could be an ideal choice. And we have the exposure value. As I said, color is multiplied by intensity, and intensity is multiplied by the exposure. But what is the value of exposure is what really important here. Exposure is something about your camera. Camera can go to underexposure, camera can go to overexposure, but just by changing the f-stop number. So here in light they have given this exposure which is an f-stop number. So it is not a light related setting, it is a camera related setting, but they have given this option in the light itself where you can multiply. For example, you are seeing you are photographing under a particular lighting condition. you can get a darker picture and you can get a brighter picture based on your camera settings. Very similarly here, when we deal with the exposure, it's not really affecting the light intensity, but it is giving you a brighter picture, or it is giving the darker picture with the same light intensity. So exposure is generally used when you are dealing with cameras of VFX shots. So if you want to match them, then maybe you can use this setting. But here mainly what is exposure is, it is a value of 2 to the power of the number what you have given here. For example, 2 to the power of 15. Okay, so 2 to the power of 15 is a very high number. At 2 to the power of 15, whatever I'm getting is multiplied with the intensity, and that's the result what you're getting. If I just look into the values, okay, now if you see the value here, it is 2 to the power of 15, the value is 32,768. okay, so when I'm setting up this 15, the intensity is the same, 32,768, I think. So that much number intensity is same as 1 to 1 intensity and 15 exposure. Let's try to compare this. For example, if I put a value of 0 here and here 32,768, so whatever the lighting I get here is same as intensity of 32,768. So as I said, color is multiplied by intensity, intensity is multiplied by the exposure. Exposure value of 0 will give me a value of 1 only there. Okay, so if I put a value of 1 here and exposure value of 15, it is the same value again. So these three are multiplying with each other and you're getting the result. Okay, exposure is quite a new thing in lighting up the scenes, because earlier different rendering softwares used to offer only intensity or multiplier, but Arnold is offering exposure, which is sort of a multiplier to the light intensity. So this option will be there for every light exclusively. So we have this area light here. It's pretty hard to see, but yeah, it's there here with a decent size. I'll render this. Okay, so if I just select this spread value and then reduce the spread, now you're seeing the light is more focusing on a specific area, and it is pretty hard. So it's precisely a hard light focusing on point. So we have this spread option which we can increase and then make it soft light, which gives soft shadow and the soft illumination as well. We have the roundness option, which can allow me to control the shape of the light. Now you should see the light. So that's a round light because of the roundness, and that's the square shape or rectangular shape or quad shape light. As said, you have, apart from quad, you have the disc. where you can get the round directly without changing the roundness. Just pick the disk type and you get the light there. And then you have the cylinder type. So this will allow me to give a cylindrical lighting. So if I just go down to, we got this cylinder which is very much suitable for the tube light sort of lighting. So you get the lighting in that way. So here I just choose the disk which gives me this light, and we have the spread also, which you can make it more soft if I want it to be a soft lighting there. But if you see, when I'm increasing the spread, the intensity of the light is going down. When I make it a hard light, it's more bright light. Okay, so the overall exposure is compensating with the size of the light. The same amount, same energy is spreading. That's why there is loss of the illumination while I'm dealing with the spread value there.